And we got to start gearing up for 2028, folks. I know we're not even to the primaries of the midterms yet, but 2028 is really just around the corner. And the day after the midterm elections this year, the presidential election officially begins. And there is one Democrat who appears to already be throwing his hat into the ring. That happens to be Democratic Senator and apparently Trump's favorite target, Mark Kelly of Arizona. During an interview with the BBC this week, he was asked kind of like, hey, what do you think about 2028? And Kelly said this: we are in some seriously challenging times right now. I don't know if I would be the best person in this job. I'm not a lot different than most of these other 100 senators. I am one of the very few engineers. I'm the only person with a graduate degree in engineering in the U.S. Senate. I've got combat experience. That's kind of rare. I spent 25 years in the military. I didn't start out in some state legislature somewhere. I don't think of myself as a politician. That's a serious decision. I just haven't made it yet. So Kelly started off like, listen, I don't know if I'm the person for the job, but here are all my credentials. Here's my resume. That's a pretty good resume. Ain't nobody else got this resume. But I haven't made that decision yet. So it sounds to me like he's kind of made the decision. I think he kind of knows, because you don't just have your resume ready to spout off the top of your head to a person who asks you about 2028 without pausing and thinking about it. And I gotta say, I'm good with it. It is not somebody that I had necessarily thought of for running for president in 2028, but after I read this story yesterday, decided, let me see how progressive he is. Because I don't want a mealy-mouthed corporate Democrat at the top of the ticket if we can avoid it. He has an 85% rating from Progressive Punch on crucial votes. That's good. It's not the best, but it's not the worst by any stretch. So according to Progressive Punch, he gets a grade of a B in terms of being above average, on the left. That's good for me. I would love better, but I'll take a B. I'll take above average. Bipartisan Rankings Index also gave him the top marks for being the most bipartisan senator. In other words, when it comes time to actually having to get things done and working with Republicans, Mark Kelly's the guy that does it better than anybody. And that doesn't mean caving to Republicans. It means getting Republicans to get on board with what he's trying to do. So I don't know. A guy that's decently left and able to get Republicans to work with him? Doesn't that kind of sound like a good person to be president, especially somebody from a state that has become a swing state that is proving vital in presidential elections, and he's very popular there? I mean, kind of has all the ingredients for the presidential stew we're trying to make, right? I mean, combat experience is always good for somebody running for office. The guy was an astronaut. Not a whole lot of people have been to space, but he has. He has seen the bigger picture, gotten that kind of we're all one people mentality that astronauts typically do have when they see the Earth from afar and they get that epiphany. I like it. I like the idea of Mark Kelly running for president. I don't think it's bad. Also, I got to tell you, another plus for me is us bald guys gotta stick together a little bit. I'd like to see some representation of the dome. Mark Kelly's got it, so why not? I'd take Mark Kelly over Gavin Newsom, definitely, without hesitation. So I'm on board if he wants to run. Now, obviously, it's going to depend on who else is running, because there could be easily other people that I'm like, oh, I actually like this person more than Mark Kelly. But he could, if there is somebody more progressive or perhaps, just more popular, Kelly as a running mate, also not a bad idea. So Mark Kelly is out there teasing a presidential run, and I say go for it. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.